Here is my roundup about the best app for moving photos. I'm gonna check the leading Cinemagraph and Plotagraph apps for iPhone, iPad and Android phones in 2020, and at the end come up with my best free picks for iOS and Android phones. You have seen these beautiful photos on Instagram or Facebook and you're wondering how do they make them? Well, today I'm gonna show you. Those beautiful photos are nothing but moving photos and are divided in two categories: Cinemagraphy and Plotagraphy. Cinemagraphs are predominantly composed with video. So basically you have a video and you fix some parts of it and leave the moving parts as it is. Plotagraphs, on the other hand, are exclusively crafted from image files and you try to add some motions on it. Hey, this is Parviz from Tech Lovers. I'm here to help you to save your valuable time and energy from searching and being confused among thousands of apps. I'm gonna recommend you only the apps that I have used and tested and I have a real experience with. These videos take a long time to make, so if after watching you'd like to show your appreciation, make sure to hit that subscription button, the thumbs up and the notification bell. It would mean a lot to me. Without further ado, let's get started. First, I want to talk about Plotograph apps. The first app in this category is called XefX, which is a free app and you can find it on both Android and iOS platforms. All the apps I'm representing today are among the best on the market, and this app is not an exception. This app comes with a bunch of options such as Picture Animator, 3D Camera, Gift Converter, Wallpaper Maker, and Video Repeater and Creator. But to unlock these options, you have to pay $4 a month, which is not too bad. The next app is called Zoetropic, which is a free app on Android phones, but on iOS devices you have to pay the price tag of €3.99 or $4.50 to have the power of exclusive overlays in images and videos. The next app for Plotography is a free app on both Android and iOS. VIMAGE gives you incredible amount of flexibility to create what you want, but to unlock some of its features such as removing ads, watermark and multiple effects, you have to pay $2.50 on Android and $1.99 on iOS devices per month. Let's see how the app works. As you saw, by clicking on the cloud icon, you can make them alive. Tap the arrow in the point that you want to start the motion and swipe across in the direction you want. The strength of the motion depends on the length of the arrow. Obviously, the longer arrows give more motion. Since the aim of this video is to introduce the best options for moving photos and videos, I'm not going to dive in deep in every app, but I'll show you the interface and some of the features of every app that eventually help you make a better choice. The next app on the list is called StoryZ, which is a free app on iPhone, iPad and Android phones. It is one of my favorite apps that I recommend because of its great functionality and ease of use. You can almost do everything related to moving photos on this app. Even if you are worried about watermarks, you can skip them by watching an ad. The only downside of this app is for its limitations for iPad users. StoryZ lets you to download your final work in maximum 720p on iPad, but for iPhone and Android users it's not the case. Phone users can easily download with a resolution of 1080p. The length of the final product will be maximum 12 seconds for both iOS and Android, which is enough in my opinion. So finally, Enlight Pixaloop is my choice for the best Plotograph app on both Android and iOS devices in 2020. Unlike StoryZ, this app doesn't have the 12 seconds of limitation for video duration. Also, iPad users can download their final video with a resolution of 1080p. The interface of the app is very user-friendly and in no time you can get hands on it. The gestures work very smoothly as well. I'm happy that this app is available on both iOS and Android for free. The features that the app gives you for free are incredible. However, if you want to access all features and do complicated and heavy work on it, you have 3 options to choose from: €6.5 per month, €20.5 1 year, or €65 one time. Well, the time for Cinemagraph apps. There aren't so many options in this category since you can do a very similar work with the Plotagraph apps. But this doesn't mean that there is a lack of good app to do some cool moving videos. My choice for the Cinemagraph app for Android is Flapix. With this free app, you can do beginner to intermediate level moving photo motions. Since you are gonna add your video to the app to edit, I recommend a tripod to keep your camera or phone stable. The app keeps the still frames of the video fixed and makes you able to edit the moving parts. You can do pretty essential editing such as zoom and magnifier work, change the loop and speed, and brush adjustments. But for some of those options you have to do in-app purchase. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a good free iOS app for Cinemagraphy to recommend, but there are 3 paid options with different price tags that I'd like to share with you. The most professional app in this category is Cinemagraph Pro, which you can buy for around €22 or $25. But for ones who want to have an affordable app with some levels of professional features, I recommend Cinemagraph for €229 and Loopsy for €349. I've used Loopsy and some of the features such as 3D photo and 3D camera as well as the stabilization algorithm for removing shaking hands impressed me. Now you know which apps are the top ones to make awesome moving photos for your Instagram, Facebook and other social media just from your phone. I hope this video was helpful. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to give me the motivation for the better videos in the future. I'll see you soon.